Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we are here for a race of the Russian Grand Prix. Now I didn't do qualifying and we're here and it's gonna be wild. So it's a very wet race here. I'm gonna jump into it, but first I do want to acknowledge this is the first game video race that I've done since the newest patch 1.09. We're running a couple changes that we're going to probably experiment with during this video. Apparently you can now have the MFD enabled in cockpit view, and also pit stop information is added to the race director, so we'll check that out if anybody happens to pit. And of course you have some new paint schemes or new decals and stuff added to the McLaren, Racing Point, Alfa Romeo, Red Bull, Renault, and Williams. A lot of those being the hashtag We Races One, whether it's the rainbow with that or just the hashtag there. And also some other logos have been added to the car. So we're going to get into it right now, though. It looks like the safety car has the We Races One on it as well, which is not listed here in the patch notes. So that's pretty cool if they did change that. So here we go. We're away. We're racing as Alex Albon, who just got his first podium in the Tuscan Grand Prix, which is very exciting he got that. Now, I'm not sure how long it's going to stay heavy rain, but the fact we're starting out in heavy rain tells me it's going to be like that for a while. Ooh, we overshot that corner. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. That is not good. I don't see the MFD in this, dude. Is that a setting that I gotta turn on, maybe? I don't know. I didn't see it there, though, so maybe I could have turned that on with a setting. So here we go through the first corner. Very wet track here in Russia. Ooh. Put on the brakes, slide through that corner. Verstappen is right on us. Good drive through that corner, though. I'm very happy with that. Ooh, hit the brakes a little bit too hard there. It's always weird to jump into this game from playing NASCAR. They just feel so different. This game feels so polished and nice, and that game feels like a disaster. But obviously those cars are both very different to drive, so. And the way you drive, like, the tracks is very different as well, obviously. And for making 3 NASCAR Heat videos to jumping into this one, it's a bit wild. Speaking of that, we do have one NASCAR Heat video coming out later today, so make sure you check that out, where we play NASCAR Heat 5 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway with the NASCAR Cup Series. Almost 2-minute lap around the track, but it'll probably be a little bit shorter than that later on. Now I gotta remember, this is not a career mode car. This is a regular car that we're racing, and I gotta be very careful with the ERS, because the career mode car, that bar, once you get ERS fully upgraded, that bar barely goes below like 80, and it fills up so quickly. But in this, these cars are just basic, standard, stock as they come in the game. There's no upgrades to them. So it's gonna have a little bit more ERS usage there and a little bit longer to harvest energy. So yeah, now I'm gonna ask my dude in a second if I can open the right menu. I'm gonna ask him about the weather here.
The rain is getting lighter now, but it's going to take a while for the track to dry out. Full wets seem like the best tire for now.
Alright, so we might, towards the end of this race, get a swap to inters, considering that the track is drying out. Again, I don't know how much you trust that. But Theoretically, that's what it says. Now, the fact that this game qualified 2 Red Bulls in the top, because I always forget to click qualify. I don't know what happened, why I got in that setting, but I did without qualifying. And I always forget to do that, and now we didn't get to qualify, so put me on the front row with Verstappen.
It's time to utilize some of this energy.
Yeah, thanks, dude, for letting me know. Lewis Hamilton now has the fastest lap of the race here. It still seems like very, very heavy rain, so I don't know if we're going to see that dry out at all, but ooh, we just lost the back end of that car through that corner really, really bad. I'd be interested to see if I actually did see the Wii Races one on the safety car. Because if it did, that's very cool since they never updated the safety car's design. Even if it's still the old Mercedes and not the current safety car. It'd still be cool. If that's because it looked like it from that angle. I've seen all the different rainbow colors on it and the hashtag there, so we'll see. We will see. But for now, we're racing here. Fastest sector 2. Hard on the brakes through here. Really, we're trying to keep it clean. Go up on that curve just a little bit. Shoot out there, very nice. Drift around this corner. Keep it solid though. Up on the curb and down this straight once again. I can't tell if it's raining heavier or lighter than it was before.
Full wets seem to be the fastest tire for now.
Alright, you're not really giving me any information. You're kind of useless, my guy. I'm sure it's like a setting that I gotta go into to get the MFD to come up on there, but oh god. We'll look at that later on. No warning there for corner cutting. I'll take that. Going for a very, very good race here. Again, Albon coming off of that podium there. Oh, we have a yellow flag there. Is that going to be a safety car or not? I doubt it will be. I think they're going to get out of the way, but
Safety car deployed. The safety
okay,
car
safety car is out.
Watch your delta. Make sure you keep it positive as we catch the pack.
That is a safety car. Esteban Ocon causing a safety car here. But as I was saying, in the Tuscan Grand Prix, Alex Albon with that podium, 3rd place. That was so exciting. I was so glad to see him get it. I've thought for a while that, you know, well, even from last year, I figured, you know, put Albon in it. He'd done a lot better in the Toro Rosso than Gasly was doing
Slow down. Your delta is
in the Red Bull. I thought that was a good swap, and
reduce your pace.
I think people thought it was a good swap. And then Albon struggled, similar to what Gasly was struggling, but he still was putting in better performances. And Albon's put in better performances in the Red Bull than Gasly ever did. Like, Albon's getting closer to Max than Gasly did, and you know, it's I think that people might say, oh, he had he got lucky by the fact that Max got taken out and had his engine issues, but Albon was 4th when he qualified. And I think that says a lot for what he did. That was the first time that, you know, somebody was right there with Max, and the Red Bulls were where they were. You know, we'd seen Albon and Gasly both really far down the list.
Stay behind the safety car.
It does have that on it. It does have the Wii Races 1 on the safety car. That's awesome. doesn't even say that in the patch notes. So it's such a cool little addition that they added there. I like that. Because it did not say that in the patch notes. So we got the safety car we wanted, so I could see that. That is very cool. But yeah, I think that he's done better, and
This rain could be with us for a while. Light rain conditions for the foreseeable future.
I think it was a good swap to put him in the Red Bull, and he finally got that podium. Because he could have had a podium in Brazil if Hamilton didn't take him out, and he could have had a podium and potentially win in Austria if Hamilton didn't take him out. So, you know, I think that's good. And he was the first time that a Red Bull got on the podium that wasn't Max Verstappen since Daniel Ricciardo in Monaco 2018. Very cool fact there. So it's good to see Albon on the podium, kind of, you know, get rid of some of that negativity of Albon should, you know, be gone from the car again. And Gasly should be in the Red Bull because he, you know, it's people making a decision based on one result isn't brilliant. You know, you can sit down and say Pierre Gasly did better in a Toro Rosso, AlphaTauri, whatever one we're talking about, depending on last year, this year, than Albon did, but like in the Red Bull. But again, the Red Bull is a lot harder to drive, and you're not having the car set to you. Where I think in the Toro Rosso, like it's Toro Rosso, AlphaTauri, whatever season, again, the car is set more towards both drivers. It's just going to be whatever's good. When they design a car around what's going to be a little bit better for Max in general,
Do not pass it. You are the leader. Follow the safety car.
it's going to be harder, and I think Albon sort of been able to overcome that a little bit better than Gasly did. You have Pierre Gasly in the AlphaTauri, who won a race, but many factors went into that race that put him in that spot. And honestly, you look at the same exact thing in Brazil that put Gasly in that spot for that podium. He got that podium based on
fitting intermediate tires. It might be worth considering changing yours too.
Oh, they're switching intermediates back there, huh? And they got to change over to safety cars. That was a free swap. But Verstappen, Hamilton, Bottas, Vettel are all on that. So let's check one thing. Race director. Oh, so that's showing you pit stops. Okay, I like that. That's cool. That's a new little swap there that we have. To the race director. So of course you can still see it here, what tires they've been on, but it also shows you their pit stops, how long they took, and if they're. That's a great change. I'm really happy to see something like that come in there to the game. Wets to intermediates, wets to intermediates, wets to intermediates on the side, how long it took, and of course if they got a new wing or something, it'll show you that. That's a very, very cool change. But yeah, I think the Albon overall getting that podium was really good. Not going to take away from Gasly getting what he got, because racing comes down to also being lucky at certain times. It comes down to that. But, and you could say in some way that Albon did get slightly lucky with what happened at the Tuscan Grand Prix, but I think that in general, both are good drivers, but I do prefer Albon as a driver over Pierre Gasly just a little bit.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
They want to go intermediates. If the game is thinking we should go inters, oh, that's a risk though. We want to. That's us boxing now when the safety car comes in. Oh, that's a risk. That is a big risk. I'm going to go and I'm going to see what Verstappen, Hamilton, Bottas, Vettel, what they all do and decide off that. If they're coming in too, I'm going to pit. But if not, I'm staying out. Hamilton's coming. Hamilton's coming in. I'm going to go in. Hamilton's going in. Vettel's coming in. So it's half and half. This is a risk to make, for sure. A risky choice. I But we're going to do it. Ooh, did we get held up at all by the car there? I don't know. I don't know. I want to see. We're going to be behind, though. We should have pit the lap earlier. That was a
our last stop. No more scheduled.
bit of a risk there for sure to come in then, but hopefully these are the right tires for us to be on. So let's check one thing. I'm really excited about this race director update here. This is so cool. So our pit stop was the fastest of anybody with us. That's good. Don't wondering how I got that big of a gap. That pit stop was just that much faster. So we're going to have to do a lot of speedy driving here and hope that these intros are better. I've done this at Russia before. I went on to win by swapping to the right tires. So I'm hoping that happens again. Now, that was not on a video. That was done in career mode, I believe. Or just a race I did randomly. Pretty sure it was career mode, though. Because I was very disappointed if I lost Russia, because I never lost it in 2019. So I almost lost it here. But we're to catching that back route. I mean, you'd expect us to start catching the cars again. The speed update has not came in. The patch for that is not in the game yet. So theoretically, you know, we're working with 2019 cars still for the speed, but you'd expect us to catch most of these cars no matter what. And if it was a 2020 accurate, I mean, we'd probably be catching the Alfa Romeo even faster than we are with that slow Ferrari engine, but we're doing it. We got a Mercedes and Ferrari, which are both good engines behind us, so.
Okay.
But I'm very curious to sort of what's going on with the Honda engine this season, because it's not been brilliant for Verstappen, that's for sure. He's had some issues with the Honda engine. All of his DNFs have been because of the Honda engine, so it's a bit disappointing to see that. I thought they were making some gains early in the season, but these last few races have been not brilliant with that. The issue in Monza, the issue in Austria in the beginning of the season, and you know, in Mugello, that issue ultimately came down to he didn't get a good start because of the engine. And that put him further back in the spot where everybody sort of crashed. And he was just in the wrong spot. But it was from contact that put him in the gravel. But at the same time, it also was a little bit down to the engine putting back there. But a lot of people really liked at Mugello having the gravel and being sort of an old style track, and I gotta say, I'm a fan of that as well. And even seeing that from like NASCAR when they've changed some of the tracks, especially Watkins Glen, to have, you know, pavement instead of having gravel to go off into. I like having the gravel. I think that it's really, really, it makes it different. It makes it interesting. I think that it puts more skill into you having to do the race a better way. You have to make sure you stay on the track. And instead of enforcing dumb penalties for track limits, oh my God,
That was a heck of an impact.
having an actual penalty of you're out the damn race if you do that. That's so much better. I really liked it. So here we go. I'm going to pull out from behind Raikkonen. He's just going to cut out in front of me. Nothing I did at all. He did this all himself. I moved over, then he's like, oh, I'm going to move over too. Been a while since I had an accident like that in the game, but Raikkonen decided he was going to move over, and that sucked for sure. We were able to get down there, get Perez, get Raikkonen. The good thing is we're going so much faster than all these cars because we are on the intermediates. We are definitely on the right tire. Because here we go. We got Leclerc up here, and he's on the entrance. He's driven from the back after that safety car up here. I mean, we've done a little bit better since we honestly came in then, but Leclerc's really the... Oh, you can barely see here. Oh, this is risky. This is risky. We got Kvyat right here. Not who I want to be behind. Oh, not through these sections. I can't see shit. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. On the recording, it doesn't look like it's as foggy as it is here, but bad move there. It really looks a lot darker on my screen and than it does on the recording. Tell you that much, but all the spray from being behind these cars is quite a lot. Yeah, it's not showing up as much in the recordings than on my TV screen, but Leclerc with a big move there. Gonna try to take the inside on the Haas car here. Gonna have to back out of that. I didn't want to make that much of a move. We are able to get Leclerc, get Kvyat. Now we are into the top spots here. We're moving our way through. These are the top cars we're gonna pass. So I want to check the race director to see how far up Hamilton and Vettel have gotten by changing. You can see these intermediate tire cars, the fast ones at least, the Red Bull, the Mercedes, they're moving up because I'm the highest up, and I've actually been the one that, had to pit as the safety car was ending. Leclerc got to pit under safety car, and he's up to 8th, so that's pretty good. Hamilton pit after the end of the safety car right behind me, and he's up to 14th. Vettel's up there, so they're catching up because they were about 3 seconds behind, so it's going to take them a little bit longer. But they've caught Latifi. So they're working on those cars he passed a lap or 2 ago, or 3 at this point. And these guys are a little further back, so I should be the furthest ahead. I was about 3 seconds to 3.5, whatever, on Hamilton and Vettel, so I wouldn't be surprised to be where I'm at. Plus the AI struggle to move through traffic.
Certainly eased off for the time being, but we've still got a lot of standing water out there. We're happy for you to stay out on the inters for now.
So I don't know if we're gonna see maybe a swap for all these cars on the wets though to maybe slicks. Could we see that? Could we see a swap to a soft tire? That's something that could be on the cards, and that could be very, very interesting. But here we are. We have to go now. We've gotten by everybody else, so now we got to chase down Bottas and Verstappen. They're ahead of us by a good margin, so chasing them down is going to be a treat. But as you can see, now that we're not behind those cars,
4 laps of fuel remaining.
It really is looking like this track is drying out and a lot less rain and everything out here. So those guys are definitely going to be wanting to get those tires off for sure, because they're not going to be appreciating this surface. I mean, we're already struggling a little bit with the track drying up that much, so I can only imagine on the full wets that's going to be more of a struggle.
You're doing well out there. Keep it up. We're looking at about 10 more minutes of rain. 10 minutes.
But as you can see, we're definitely closing the gap because we are on the closer to slick tires, and they stayed out on the wet. So
Our gap to the car in front is 8.0 seconds.
8 seconds to Bottas. Here we go. We can gain so much time on him here. We've already gained half a second from when I said that. Like, we've gained a second down that main straight. That's wild. how much faster it is with these intermediates, and that was just a good choice because there's going to be somebody coming to that field. I don't think that anybody that's an AI car could catch the leaders, but that was a very, very good choice to come in. I was a little bit hesitant. I didn't want to be the only person doing it, but I'm glad that I made that choice. Because we went from 8 to 4.9. Basically 8 to 5. Almost down to 4 already. Leclerc is catching up. He's going to get in probably 4th. He's charging through there. He made a good charge. And as you can see, from the beginning of this lap, we were 8 seconds behind Bottas. Now here we are. Not even to Sector 3 yet. And we're 3.6 seconds behind. So by picking the choice to go to the intermediate tires over staying on the full wets really, really worked out here in Russia. That's the track we're on. Use the overtake mode again. And here we go, 2.8 behind Bottas. So just such a move to the front on these inters. It's such a good idea. And this lap, we're going to be battling for the lead with Verstappen. Because you have to think that we went from 8 seconds down to 1.6 at the line.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
This track is drying out so much, so quickly that those full wets are not a good idea here. Such a good choice to swap over. As you can see, once you get in that clean air too, I really, really was able to go so quickly. Once I got released from being behind all those slower cars, got by Russell, it was over. And you can even look at what Leclerc's doing, and look at that mini map down there. Look at that gap that he's put on them. He's already building up a gap from Russell. I mean, look at that lap time that he's building up. That's insane. So here we are. We've caught up to Verstappen. We've already passed Bottas. We're already a second ahead of him. Now here we go. This is our teammate, so we're going to try to race him a little bit better. Or a little bit cleaner. Not try to squeeze him out as much. I don't necessarily want to just take him out. I want to get this Red Bull 1-2. Just want to swap it around. That's all I want to do. But, I mean, you can see Leclerc is just coming so quick. Look at that gap that he's got. I don't think he's going to have enough time to catch Bottas, but... And I could have built this lead out even more if I really wanted to send it on Verstappen. I also want to take his wing off. I don't want to do that. I want to just... I'll get the acceleration off this straight here, and I'm going to just take him down the main straight pretty quickly. And, oh, he's going to pit? No, he's not going to pit. Okay. He's going to give me the preferred line, maybe? No? He just made a weird move? Okay. Thought he was going to pit. I'm like, dude, do not pit on the last lap. I'll be so mad at you. So here we go. Final lap of the race. Enabled DRS, or ERS. Quickly pull out from behind Verstappen. Not where you want to make that pass. Oh, man. Verstappen's hanging in there tough, but... is not going to be enough here. Ooh, that was such a risky spot to make that pass. I thought I had him, but... ooh. Thought I really had the run on him, but... I did not. And what a drive. And, I mean, look at Leclerc. Look how far ahead he's pulled from Russell, who's there in 5th. Like, that intermediate tire is so quick. We can go here to the race director again, and I want to see how far the other cars have gotten. Sergio Perez up to 7th with the inters. Raikkonen, he's got by a couple. Hamilton and Vettel, like, they got caught behind some of these slow cars. I really thought they were going to move through the field faster than they did, but they didn't. They really did not make that move up. But these are all the cars. Leclerc, Perez, Raikkonen, Hamilton, myself is out as Albon, Vettel, Norris, Stroll, and Ricciardo. I mean, you can see like the spread here. These three really far ahead. 8th up to 7th. 4th to 4th. 1st to 1st. We sort of got back to where we were. So the one that really helped is Raikkonen. He's up to 11th from 18th. Hamilton, Vettel, Norris, it did not work out for them. as they kind of, you know, they struggled to get to the lap cars. It was harder for them too because they were not the first car in the pits, and they had a slower pit stop than me anyways. Because Hamilton and Vettel were wide pit. But I think if we have a lap or two more, which we don't, but if we did, Leclerc would be on Verstappen and Bottas 100%, because I've already gapped them, and look how close he's getting to them now on that mini-map. If he didn't get stuck behind traffic for that long, I think he could have done it, but I think that it's wild when you see that change in the tires. It really is, and here in Russia, we've showed that today how wild it is if you make that strategy call right. Second time I've ever done this in Russia. Leading, pitting for intermediates, and passing the cars that sit out on the wets. So here we go around the final turn in Russia to win the Russian Grand Prix. Absolutely brilliant.
Nice work. That's
what a drive.
Race win. Well done.
What a drive. That's awesome. We got to see all the cool things added into this game. The safety car with the We Races 1 on it, which wasn't even part of the patch notes. That's really cool to see. And to see the new change to the pit stop thing, you can see the lap times and all that stuff, or the pit stop time and all those things. So awesome. Such a fun, wet rain race. And it's absolutely brilliant to see how this race worked out. I'm very excited about that.
And it's great to see it paid off for them. They do so much for the sport that you can't help but be delighted by today's race win.
There you go. Celebration up on the podium. Red Bull 1-2. I'd like to see that someday. I'd love to see that someday. Either way, thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in the next one.